Hi guys, it's Matt here. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing fabulous. I'm back with another video, but today I'm not going to be reviewing anything. Instead, I'm going to be talking about a trip, an upcoming trip. I do get invited to a lot of trips, which is obviously great, and I'm super thankful about this. That I get to go to places, I get to experience things that not a lot of people get to experience, and even though I do go to a lot of trips, some of them are more important to me than others. And I've got an upcoming trip basically in late February, early March, which I'm super excited about, and the reason being because it will probably challenge my physical readiness a little bit, which doesn't often happen when I go to trips. Today I'm going to be talking about the Mongol 100, which is a challenge that is organized by Rat Race. In this video, I'm gonna explain what the Mongol 100 is, what sort of training I'm doing, why did I choose this challenge in the first place. I'm gonna be doing a very brief sort of section on the kit. Hopefully it's gonna be an amazing experience altogether. Just a little disclaimer before we get to the main part of this video. Rat Race approached me roughly half a year ago about their races and challenges, and asked me if I wanted to give them a try in return for some coverage, good or bad. And I had a look at their website, I had a look at what they've got to offer, and I really like what I saw. And I said, of course, yes, this looks like a one-in-a-lifetime experience for anybody who signs up, and especially me, obviously, who get to experience it for free, technically. I do have some costs, but I don't have to pay for the challenge itself. That said, I don't have to say anything nice about the Mongol 100 or Rat Race. That's not part of any sort of contractual obligation. I'm here to give you an overview of the race and a bunch of other information because I want to, and because I'm excited about this and I like talking about it. It's very, very close, so I thought I'm going to make a video about it to I guess to get this out of my system and talk to you guys about it. What is the Mongol 100? It is a Rat Race bucket list challenge. A Rat Race is an adventure. I think they organize adventure races, challenges, experiences to people. They have a bunch of challenges. I'm gonna be talking about a few of these in a little bit later. But as for the Mongol 100, this is a 100-mile challenge to traverse the length of Lake Kozgol. Kovsgol? Is it Kovsgol? Kovsgol. I don't know. Maybe it's Kozgol. Anyway, a lake in North Mongolia, which is said to be one of the 17 ancient lakes in the world. It's also said to be 2 million years old, and basically it freezes over during the winter, and it's thick enough for cars to actually drive over it. So a Rat Race decided to do this challenge, which is basically you get to kind of cross the lake from north to south over 4 days, and the course, again, it's in brackets, is 100-mile long, and you can cross it anyhow you want. You can cross it on foot, you can skate, you can bike, or however else you want it. I guess you can't drive because what's the point? But again, if you want to do any sort of if you want to cross it in any sort of challenging way, I believe they could accommodate this. But the main sort of ways to cross it is either running or hiking, cycling or skating. There's a little description of the challenge itself, which I'm going to read out to you guys. The shores are lined with ancient stands of boreal forest and packed with wolves. It is serene, hostile, stunning and intimidating. In winter, the ice freezes across its entire near 100-mile length to a depth of over a meter thick, creating for Rat Race the ultimate adventure challenge course. This is the Mongol 100, the most surreal, audacious and hauntingly beautiful adventure challenge known to man. The objective is to traverse the entirety of the lake from north to south by any means, foot, skate or bike. It goes on. This challenge is hard, make no mistake. Perhaps the hardest thing you will ever take on. Not just because of the physical challenge. It is cold. Very, very cold. The cold will test everyone, whoever you are and however capable you are. But our mantra is for you to get to the start line and will help you get to the end, and in so doing achieve something extraordinary. So as you can see, this is not a race, this is a challenge. There is no time limit or anything, although you have 4 days to actually traverse the lake. So considering that it's 100 miles like altogether, you're gonna have to do 25-mile-ish sort of distance a day. Again, the actual course, it might not be exactly 100 miles. It could be a bit longer, it could be a bit shorter. So I will have to run roughly a marathon worth distance a day for 4 days. I'm planning on, to run it, not obviously full speed. I'm not gonna do my full marathon, effort, but I will be running the distance. Why did I choose the Mongol 100? Rat Race has a bunch of challenges, and it's all over the world. They do a few in the UK, but I shortlisted 3 of them because I liked how they sounded. So one of them was obviously the Mongol 100. There was the Panama Coast to Coast, and there was what's called the Exuma Files. The Panama Coast to Coast is kind of in the name. So you start on one side of the Panama sort of channel, and then you go to the other side, and then you do like hiking, and then you do like some kayaking, I think. And then the Exuma Files is more like rafting and whatnot. The Exuma Files traverse the Exuma Islands chain from south to north on foot bikes and sea kayaks. So it's kind of like, both of them are very similar. It's kind of more tropical, and I guess the reason why I chose the Mongol 100 over these is because I like the idea of this serenity, if this kind of surreal, you look out and then it's just ice everywhere sort of experience. And also because you could do the whole distance on foot and running, and I think for me that was kind of something that I was comfortable with doing, whereas like kayaking and stuff is not my main forte. I like the idea that you get to experience these areas in a way that's more adventurous than you would otherwise. So I guess you can just pay for a flight ticket to Panama and spend some time there, but by doing the Rat Race challenges, you also get to experience it in a kind of sort of safe way, the stuff that not many people get to experience. I always say to people, when I ran the London Marathon last year, obviously it was an awesome experience, but there are tens of thousands of people who do the London Marathon every year, whereas the Mongol 100, only 20 people, again a handful of people get to experience it every year. I like the idea of these boreal forests, and over the 4 days we're gonna be staying in these teepees, so like these kind of like tent kind of things, and there's gonna be a deer feast. There's an ice sculpture festival at the end of the race, and then I guess the whole idea of being isolated, but also share it with a few other people, and I guess the idea that I can run on the ice, I can see, I want to see nothing. I want to see myself in the middle of this ice sheet, and surrounded by forest, and just be there, be present in that moment. The thought that could happen made me choose this challenge over other potential options. In terms of kit, I'm gonna be taking like a few stuff. Because obviously it's an organized challenge, it's not necessarily like a polar expedition as such. So I have, I wasn't concerned that I have to be like extremely prepared just in case something happens, because there are going to be medics on the course. There's a lot of support. I have no concern that I'm going to be safe. We had a webinar last week where we talked about kit and other bits and bobs, and the organizers said that, make sure that you bring, warm socks, you have to have your sleeping bag ready, and there's going to be like a mandatory kit check at the beginning. Like you have to have like, a mat kit on you, you have to have a survival bag, which is like this, the survival blankets, but like a bag version of that, so you can like kind of slot yourself in there, and to keep you warm. So I guess it put the whole thing in perspective, and I guess I am a bit more conscious about choosing the right kit for the challenge. The bulk of my stuff, my gear, is going to be supplied by the North Face, who have very kindly stepped in and said that they're happy to kit me out. They can send me trousers, base layers, fleeces, down jackets, shoes, and all that stuff. And I also asked Smartwool to send me a few socks and base layers, and even Hawker is sending me some socks and shoes. So I've got a lot of kit coming, which I'm going to be reviewing both for you guys. I'm also going to be reviewing it for T3 once I compiled the my gear, my kit, and checked it by the organizers. I'm gonna do a video about what is the kit I'm taking. There's gonna be a bit of a you know, trying to work out what I can take, what I can't take, what is the essential stuff. I have to take like freeze-dried food. I have to buy some spikes that I can put on the shoes as well, and they recommend that I should get 2 of those. So I'm gonna have to do those. I will have to get like a med kit as well. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be gathered, needs to be organized to make sure that I've got the right things on me, out on the ice. Because as much as there will be support there, they might not be able to give me like a spare sock if I used up all my socks and they're all wet and stuff. And I also will have to carry these around with me. I will have to make sure that there is enough safety spare stuff with me for the duration of the challenge. As for training, this is not a race, this is a challenge. Obviously it's a long distance challenge, so I will have to run a lot, but I don't have to run it too fast. I've already started training. I'm kind of focusing on volume as opposed to speed work. So what I'm trying to get is to have like, you know, a good 60, 70 miles, per week, like by the time like mid-February, so I can run that distance comfortably. One thing that could put a spanner in the works is that I might be able to do the London Marathon this year, which is in April this year. And if that happens, I will have to start my full-on London Marathon training late January. There's going to be a few weeks overlap between the Mongol 100 and the marathon training, which is again fine. But again, it's not ideal. At the moment, I'm definitely focusing on increasing the volume and making sure that I run almost every day and recover properly, just to make sure that my joints and my ligaments and everything is ready for the distance. What's happening before I actually get to the point where I can fly to Mongolia? I've obviously focusing on training. I would like to finalize the kit by the end of January, because we have another webinar. Oh, no, it's not a webinar, it's a meeting with the organizer. So we can go through kind of have like a bit of a show and tell of what gear we've got, and they can be like, oh, that's good, that's not good, etc, etc. So I want to make sure that I've got the gear ready, in the next couple of weeks. And very importantly, I will have to discuss obviously everything that's going to happen with my significant other, because I wouldn't want her to, be concerned about me. I mean, she really shouldn't be, but I appreciate that it's not, it's not like I'm just gonna hop down to Spain for a marathon. It's going away. There is gonna be a time delay. There is gonna be, it's gonna be a different experience, and I want to make sure that she knows where I am every day and what I'm doing, so she doesn't have to be that concerned. When I'm out on the ice, I'm not gonna have any reception, so I won't be able to, get in touch with anybody. So it's training, the kit. And then again the discussion, and really I would like to do another video about the kit, the finalized kit, and then probably one more video about the training, and then just before I fly out. And I'm going to be doing obviously a couple of videos about the actual experience itself, depending on how much content I manage to create. Although I think there's going to be plenty of time for me to shoot videos and experience that, the Mongolian wilderness, in a very, very safe way. So that was it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I guess it was a bit different, but again, I just wanted to get this out of my system. I'm very, very excited about this challenge, and I hope it's going to go well. To be honest, I'm sure it's going to go well. Rat Race has been awesome so far. The organization is just, beyond amazing. I've been sent emails. We have these webinars. We got the kit checks and everything. It's buttery smooth, the process so far. I have no doubt that I'm going to be looked after in Mongolia as well. Again, not in a special kind of way, but I'm going to be looked after the same way as everyone else gets looked after. And it's very, very exciting. I'm very, very excited, and I can't wait to share with you guys what's going to happen and how it's going to go down, because I just feel like that it is a once in a lifetime kind of experience, and I'm gonna be able to run a run on a frozen lake in Mongolia. That's just amazing. Anyhow, there's more reviews coming very, very soon, guys, and thank you for watching. Again, consider subscribing and liking the video, and I shall see you very, very soon. Cheers, bye.